fresh new lights. We call every war through the smoke and the fights. Macho King, Hitman, painted on the wall. Every suplex story we don't miss at all. WCW heat with the black and red flame. Hollywood, Hogan, and Sting in the frame. Austin stops in, whole crowd shakes loose. Reigns holds the crown when the thunder gets loose. Hands up now, feel that roar. We live for the clash, we beg for more. Lock it in tight, hear that name. One shot, one fall, all out game. No holds barred, say it loud. No holds barred, bring the crowd. From the new world order to the bloodline. No holds barred, we draw the line. No holds barred, raise that sound. No holds barred, shake the ground. From MJF to Mercedes Moan. No holds barred, that's the way. TNA on the slate with the fire in tow. Angle in the mix and Joe on the go. Built on grit, built on pride. Every crack screen legend we keep alive. We don't sleep on errors, we don't skip the grind. Every chant, every clash, every scar we find. If the bell rings hard, then we're there in the front. One channel, one name, and we never back up. From the new world order to the bloodline. No holds barred, we draw the line. No holds barred, raise that sound. No holds barred, shake the ground. From the Macho King to Reigns tonight. No holds barred, we'll fight all night.
Welcome to Real Talk Wrestling here on the No Holds Barred Wrestling channel. Thank you. I wish I knew who made that. I know who made it. I just forgot his name. No disrespect. We haven't interacted. Bobby told me who made it. And he's a friend of the channel. So we're going to get our own, Chris. Like they're in the process. The lyrics are laid out for our personal one. It's just the music and the video
Okay.
is not yet. So
I mean, I loved it though. That was awesome. I'm pumped. I'm ready now. That
Working.
might be better than any WWE, AEW, TNA intro I've ever seen.
Oh well,
to their
yeah.
shows.
Well, I agree, and especially nowadays, it's totally missing. Now it's just like generic rap music in the back
Yeah.
with people holding their coffee with their suitcase. They think they're the NFL, but you know
That was like prime Attitude Era entrance right there.
yeah, it definitely was. So props to I'm gonna find out who made it, and Bobby. If you're in the chat, Bobby, go ahead and drop his handle down for us to shout out. But yeah, this is Real Talk Wrestling, usually with Clutches here, but Clutch is a rare call out. He is using his CM Punk clause of just not showing up. And like Adam Pierce, like a true man that he is and I am, I'm going to show up every single week regardless because I have to. If there's no me, there's no show, but it's okay. I would like to see you and Clutch just do a show.
Just the two of us.
Yeah. I would like to see that. Like, what would happen? What would it like? Yeah, I liked Mankind. Yeah, I like CM Punk. Yeah, it was a fun time back then.
Oh,
Yeah, wrestling's great.
yes, that's it. Just a couple one-liners.
No, but in all seriousness, we have a jam-packed show tonight. How much of wrestling did you watch this week?
I watched all of Raw this week.
You watched all of Raw this week. Me too, because it was a 2:00 special time. I heard another show. I won't plug that other show. They're like, yeah, they're having this Saudi show at 2 p.m. It just doesn't seem like a big fight feel. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I'm sorry. Like, give me my wrestling during the day. I was super excited to watch Raw, although I didn't like the show. I did not enjoy the show at all. I thought the show was terrible. But a lot came from this show. New tag team champions, a heel turn, which was much needed, which I've been calling on this channel since day one. That goes back to Finn's Talk Sports Network when we were going over there. We have a face-off between Oba Femi and Jey Uso. LA Knight continues his feud with the Bloodline, and of course, Liv Morgan and Io Sky. So where do you want to start, Chris? What was the best part of Raw this week?
So I'm surprised. So you, of the things that you just brought up, the heel turn, I was thinking you were gonna rag on that heel turn, but you
I
liked
mean,
it.
we'll get there.
Well, let's get. You
No,
said
no,
where do I
no.
want to start? Let's get there. We're there.
All right, well let's make it clear. So when she was feuding with Becky and she was losing, and I just saw that whininess come out of her. I'm like, she would be a very good whiny little girl heel because she could wrestle, but she could tone that back and she could be more of a scared heel, and she'd really benefit with like a muscle behind her. I really thought that at the time because I thought
Okay.
all of her promos against Becky, she just came off as such a whiny little bitch. Not sorry, Bobby. She did. But I'm like, but that's her appeal. Lyra looks like a whiny little girl. She needs to be a heel. Asked Bobby Melendez himself, guys. I've been calling this since day one. This is what we need to do with Lyra. So when they lost, and they had the moment, they cut down the mic crowd. They cut down that crowd so you can hear the ring microphone. And Bailey, come on, man, come on. And everyone's expecting Bailey. Because right, that's the thing that they would do.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, Lyra's coming.
Lyra got pinned.
So yes, I wanted this. I called it. I'm not gonna put my name on it. I wanted this to happen. This is something I wanted. I don't think anyone else in the community was asking for this, but me. I think I was the only one. And we got it. And gosh, I don't want it anymore. Throw it back. She is awful. She's
There
like
it
too
is.
nice. She's too
Yeah.
nice. She's too nice. She needs to lay it in.
That's
She was trying to be too productive, don't you think?
That's what I was thinking. Is I don't know that this heel turn is going to work. Is she believable as a heel? And I guess if they pair her with some muscle that she just hides behind, that would probably be the only way this is going to work. Because do you see her coming out and terrorizing people? No.
Not going to be the heel, the terrorizer. Remember we had the show way back before we were video, the different types of heels.
Yes.
She's cowardly heel where she's just going to run her mouth, but she's not going to back it up. She's Dom. She's Dominic Mysterio.
No.
That's the heel she's going to be. She's not going to terrorize anyone. She's going to take the opportunities when she can.
But is it, even if she does that, is the cowardly heel, is it even believable? Or are you just yeah, whatever. She's mouthing off, and is anyone, whatever, who cares?
In the women's division, though, Chris, you believed Alexa Bliss. She's 5 foot. She's tiny. She doesn't even have the body. And I mean this in a muscular, sports athletic way.
Yeah.
Lyra has that CrossFit type body. She has the ethic of she's an athlete. Whereas Alexa was just a pretty girl. Let's be honest. She was a pretty girl that dieted and did cardio. So Alexa was less believable, but we all bought into it. She's one of the biggest stars in the last decade.
Yeah. She is smaller, but I think on the other side, the personality is what helped her bring that together. Like you were just talking about Lyra, for her size, can she take that and overcome that to mix with the personality that's believable as a heel? She just, like you said, she just comes off as super nice, like a super nice person.
I know.
And is it going to work? I don't know. Because the first thing when that happened that I thought is Josh is going to hate this. He's going to jump all over this. He's going to hate it. It's not going to work. No. Did the right person turn heel? Bailey was the more predictable one, but Lyra, is she going to be the right one? And I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical. I'll say it now, and I'll eat crow if in 2 months from now I'm completely wrong, but I feel a little skeptical. I like her as a wrestler. I liked her as a face. I just don't know. I'm not convinced yet that this is going to work. I need to see some stuff. But I'll be open to it.
I think if you look at it in a way, I'm looking at it in a way where when Bailey turned heel, it wasn't believable. She was too nice. She was the hugger. It was kind of rocky, kind of forced. At least that's my feeling of Bailey's heel turn. Then it evolved into her ragging on Michael Cole. It evolved on her shaving her head during big matches with whatever, and her just becoming this obnoxious, loud person. And she kind of grew into the heel role. Wasn't good at first, got better as it went along. Now she gets to have the first program with Lyra, and she could probably give her some tips so she doesn't have to learn on the job. Well, she's learning on the job, but again, she has a good mentor of going, hey, I was in your spot where all the kids loved me. I was a hugger. That was my gimmick. And when I turned heel, it kind of flopped. So maybe she can give her some tips and, hey, hit me harder. You're not going to hurt me. Hey, make it look real, because that post attack, the heel attack, it wasn't believable whatsoever. It was as phony could be.
No.
It was bad. It was end of AEW Dynamite, Dark Order bad.
Yeah.
It was. Am I wrong?
That's rough.
It was really bad.
No, if you're saying that, that's how I know you think it's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, who's Roxanne Perez, her stupid those things?
Yeah.
It was almost as bad as that. So Lyra just needs to get tougher, sassier, and like lay it in. Make it look real, because her punches don't look real, especially on the pounding and pummeling side. It looked like she was just holding off.
Yeah.
She'll learn. It's all right. I'm in for it.
I mean, I hope it works. I'm all for good wrestling, right?
Yeah,
So
we
I'm rooting
need
for
it.
her. I like her.
I like her too, and we'll see how it goes. Shifting to a bigger topic, I don't think it's the main topic of the show, but it is the thumbnail. It's LA Knight, Bloodline. The saga continues. It's like every single time we see LA Knight, he's mad at Adam Pearce because he thinks he's favoring the Bloodline. And it's kind of true. Like, they're just doing. LA Knight's the only one saying, hey guys, we got a problem. It's kind of like that movie Don't Look Up. Have you seen that on Netflix? It's a movie where like an asteroid's coming to Earth, and then the media is trying to tell the American public, like, don't look up. Like, it's not coming. Like, there's nothing to, it's basically a satire on today's world.
Okay.
And LA Knights is the only one going, hey guys, the Bloodline's back. Like, what are we doing? And everyone else is like, yeah. Cody Rhodes is like, yeah.
Whatever.
Sami Zayn, yeah. Like, everyone's just like, okay. And LA Knight's like, what is happening? So we get this real feud, and we get this situation with Jimmy, who's trying to be cool with LA.
Yep.
He's like the guy in the middle, and he's trying to be the middleman, and LA Knight's not having it because he knows, he sees beyond. You can't pull the wool over his eyes. He knows what's going to happen. It's family first. Where's this going? Where could this possibly go? Because he's not in the King of Ring discussion. He's not. What's the end goal for LA Knight, Chris, at the end of this road?
I don't know that there is one. I feel like he's like another Chad Gable, where he's just kind of aimlessly wandering. Like, you always think that he might get involved. He's in the upper card, but I don't know if it goes anywhere. I don't know how to answer that, because my expectation is that LA Knight is just, for whatever reason, always going to be on someone's bad side behind the scenes, right? So that's the way I look at it. Unfortunately, and I actually really enjoy LA Knight. Like, I think he's good. I like his promos for the most part, but I just feel like whoever behind the scenes, I don't know if he ruffles some feathers with the way he does things. They realize he has talent. So I don't know that it's going to go anywhere meaningful by the end of this program. I don't expect it to.
But what is the program? He's feuding with the Usos that are a tag team that are baby faces, but they're heels. Like, honestly, they're getting into AEW territory of what are these people? Yeah. Jay's a baby face. They all cheer for him. They're doing the yeet. LA Knight's a baby face.
I feel like LA Knight is a baby face. Jimmy is a face, and Jay's kind of somewhere in the middle right now, because he's getting pissed off and getting upset at things, and he's kind of like that anti-hero. Some parts of him are good, some parts are bad. I feel like that's the way they're headed with him. So
I'll continue though. Jacob Fatu, baby face. They're all cheering him. Roman, baby face. The only people they're not cheering are Dom and Logan Paul. In Austin Theory, because I don't think people really care about Austin Theory.
No.
But they're not even cheering Braun Breaker. They're cheering. I mean, they're not booing Braun Breaker. They're cheering him, but they're booing Logan Paul and Dom. Those are the only people that get real heat in WWE. Everyone's a baby face.
Yes.
It's wild. Like, it's kind of crazy. So, like, LA Knight, You got to think he's going to go through Jimmy, Jey. You would think the evolution would be to get to Roman. I don't see when and where that match could happen, because I see Roman versus Seth Rollins. I see Roman versus possibly Drew McIntyre. He's got a story to finish. LA Knight in the pecking order. It's kind of like we're wasting everyone's time with this. Like, right? Like, it's just going to end and no one's going to remember it happened.
Nope. It's just going to help push. Really, maybe its only purpose is just to help push along the Bloodline story. This is taking up some time until some other people get freed up or something. Because he had his match with Jimmy, right?
Yep.
We'll probably have maybe Jey is next, and then Jacob, or Jacob, and then Jey. I could see him eventually having a match with Roman, but just not at a big card, not at one of the main ones.
What it's going to come down to is we all like expect Brock to come out and screw Oba Femi. That's what we expect, right? This is expectations.
Yep.
No one's expecting LA Knight to come out and screw Jey Uso back. Because what is LA Knight saying? Every single show. Everyone's going to be here. Solo's here. Jimmy's here. The whole damn family's here. His whole mission statement is, I'm tired of the family and getting involved in matches.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do it to Jey. I think we're not going to see Brock. We might see Brock, but then in total, we might get LA Knight coming in as well and making it even slate again.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think LA Knight is going to be included in the King of the Ring finals, which is Oba Femi and Jey Uso. This is a lose-lose for WWE. What I mean by that, this is a Tony Khan booking of superstar they can't lose and returning babyface that also can't lose. And what you do is you get Jon Moxley versus Ospreay, and you have Ospreay losing his debut match or his return match. And then you're just like, oh, well, who cares? And then that's what we have here. We have Jey Uso, who's a rocket shipped again to the top, like he's one of the main characters. And you have Oba Femi, who by no means should be taking no bumps, no nothing.
Nope.
He should be able to squash Jey Uso within 30 seconds.
Yep.
If we believe he lives in the world of Brock Lesnar, where he's on his level or over his level, then therefore he should never have a problem with any wrestler on this level, on this roster ever. He should never, ever sweat. No match should ever go past a minute. Seriously.
Yeah.
If we're to believe that he was booked like that, here's Brock, here's Oba, what did Brock do to everybody?
Yeah, just wipe him out, 5 minutes or less.
So we cannot have Oba having competitive matches ever, because they messed up. They messed up. They shouldn't have done that.
It is. It's just like what you would always gripe about with AEW, where someone's at the top of the card and then they bring in some random person, especially right now, some random person, and then they have a 20-minute. It's a great match. It's a banger of a match, but it doesn't make sense storyline wise. Like, wait a second. I thought this was by far the best wrestler, and this guy, he's a fun talent, but he's like mid-card at best. Why did they have a 20-minute match?
The Dynamite rundown, I'm 2 weeks in, Chris. I've committed. I've watched Dynamite from start to finish 2 weeks in a row. It's been dreadful. It's been some of the worst television I've ever seen. And I'm not kidding. This Dynamite that happened last night was 8 matches, 83 minutes of wrestling. And it's Will Ospreay versus some guy named like BSI. Will Ospreay's about to wrestle for the top championship in your company. And I'm sure he went 20 minutes with some BSI guy. And don't worry, social media probably already told me, don't you know he's one of the top guys in New Japan? No. No one does. No one does. Nobody.
No.
So that's what I'm going to do after this show, Chris. Watch 85 minutes or 83 minutes of Jobber versus Superstar for 20 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I want to do?
Doesn't
June 25th. A lot of things happened this week. I'm just going to say the new Avatar series is re-debuting on Netflix. The live action Avatar season 2 just came out today. Fortnite OG new season dropped today. The remastered Star Fox on Nintendo Switch 2 dropped today. Pre-ordered it. We've already been playing it. But no, I'm going to watch fucking AEW. So many other things I could be doing with my life.
Yep.
But I'll be watching AEW for you.
Choose
tomorrow.
to torture yourself.
Gosh, there's so many other things I could be doing. Anyway, Oba Femi, Jey Uso, they face off. How'd you think about this promo? It
was fine. It was serviceable. Nothing.
I believe Jey Uso has a shot though.
Nothing. If it's a clean fight, no. This was not a promo that I'm going to remember in a month from now, though. Like there was nothing. We haven't really had any of those in a while. It was very memorable. CM Punk, whatever, it was there. It's to get this match across the finish line this weekend. So
I don't know if Chris froze or not, but I'll take over. You're back. I see you're back. Listen, they tried their best to hype up this match. We can't, if Oba Femi wins, he has to go against Roman, which would throw off what we think is planned. But really, what does Roman have planned for SummerSlam? We don't see anything in his future.
Not yet, but we'll probably get that soon, I imagine.
Why wouldn't it be Oba Femi? And if that's the case, Oba should win that title. And Roman should drop it because he doesn't need the title to do this Bloodline story again. We don't need the title held hostage when it's just Bloodline every single match. We've already had this. We don't need it again. They can do this story without the title. Oba Femi wins the title. Then we get Brock and Oba for the title. Eventually, down the road. But everybody wants Oba versus Brock to retire him in Minnesota SummerSlam. So, what are they going to do?
Please retire him.
I know you want that. But, what are the plans? What's going on, Justin? Because if Jey wins and goes against Cody, who wants to see that at SummerSlam? Not I.
Nope.
If Jey wins and goes against Roman, does anyone want to see that? I hear everyone saying not them. Again, not I.
Yeah, I don't know how you work that in. It's probably going to be Jey Cody, right? If he wins, it's going to be Jey versus Cody.
The answer should have been Gunther wins the championship and Oba goes against Gunther. I like that much better.
Yeah.
Again, it's another lose-lose situation because they both can't lose.
I don't like the idea of Oba versus Roman because I feel like they're trying to build up a big story, getting the bloodline going again. Yeah, maybe they don't need the title, but then what is their purpose then? Right now they want to be the top. They want to be at the top of everything. I feel like that them holding the title is significant to their story. Unless they kind of change gears and it's just hey, we want to just go around and start beating everyone's ass. And that's our thing.
Yeah, Justin says Jey winning would be a bad decision, but the way they're booking things, don't trust them to make the right decisions. Listen, if Jey wins, the only way it would make sense is if Sami Zayn somehow walks away with the championship in that triple threat match. Because that was made. It's Gunther, Sami, and Cody for the WWE Championship. Because then you could have a match with Oba Femi, Sami Zayn, take it off, him transitional champion, whatever. Then Oba can go do whatever he's got to do. Listen, I don't know, man. It's freaking muddied. I don't know. I'm not interested in either of these people because of the things we've laid out. To lose.
When is SummerSlam? What's the date on that?
It's I don't know the date exactly, but I know it's in August, and that's the Minnesota location. That's where they're expecting Brock and Oba. So if we're expecting Brock and Oba at SummerSlam, we can't expect him to win this tournament. Bottom line.
So it's the beginning of August. The beginning of August. I just want to see how much time did they have to work with for a storyline. Was it beginning, middle, or end of August? It is literally August 1st and August 2nd. So they have July to build something.
I mean, the story's already there. Jey wins the title. He gets Jacob. He tells Jacob to knock out Roman. Roman, I'm coming after you. Boom. That's how you remain Jacob as the heel. Because if they turn him babyface again, what are we doing? 360 degrees doing the same story? doing the same thing all over again that didn't work the first time. So maybe they're setting up Jacob. They're doing this tension between Jacob and Jey, but in reality, they're plotting to take over Roman. And then we get Jey versus Roman with Jacob backing Jey. I don't know. Because Jacob's been very adamant about, I acknowledge only you, Roman. He's saying that for a reason.
Yeah.
Jacob and him are having some kind of fight for a reason. That has to be it. I'm sticking with that. I do think it's going to end up being the Usos and Jacob turn on Roman. That's it. But who wants to see that at SummerSlam?
No.
That's what we're going to get. I bet you. Oba's not winning this tournament. It's going to be Jey Uso.
So you're all done with the Bloodline. You want this to be the 9th inning and done.
Not that I'm done. It's just kind of like in AEW with the Young Bucks. You only see them wrestle their circle. You'll never see them go against like Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. You'll never see them go against anyone other than their own little circle. And that's what the Bloodline is. It's like Roman's been wrestling the same 3 people, I feel like, for the past 6 years. And it hasn't changed.
No.
And it's like, why aren't we getting Drew? Why didn't we get the Drew and Roman match? That was hot. We wanted that. That was hot.
No.
We never got it. You know, Drew's main purpose in life at that moment was, I'm going to take out the entire Bloodline, and then boom, he's wrestling Damian Priest. What happened? Even if Jey pins Oba due to Brock interference, the internet's going to go nuclear. Maybe, hear me out, Justin, and hear me out, people. Maybe we get a funky finish where it's double winners, no contest. Brock just kills everybody.
Someone's got to win. How is he gonna hit them both at the same time? Double clothesline?
That's all I'm saying. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. They booked themselves into a corner. They don't know what to do. Well, they know what they're gonna do, but either way, someone's
gonna
make
make sense. Yeah.
So, the other side, Liv Morgan and Io Sky. Everyone, listen. I know Justin in the chat is already gonna. I already know your response. I understand what you're gonna say. Liv winning the Queen of the Ring is stupid. I already know. And listen, I don't care. Respectively disagree. Liv Morgan is the greatest WWE Women's Champion of all time. And I just love her aura. Everything about her heel run has been so magical.
Yep.
I will say is she the best heel promo in the business? No. I've now fallen in love with Thekla in AEW. She is phenomenal. If you don't know who Thekla is, Chris, you're wearing the AEW shirt. Go watch her promos, dude. She might be the best promo in the business period right now. I don't know. I haven't seen her wrestle. I've never seen her wrestle in my life, but she's the AEW Women's Champion, and she cuts one hell of a promo. So go check her out. But Liv Morgan, Io Sky, I don't care. I have no interest in Io Sky. I need Liv Morgan to win this title, but I know it's not going to happen. I think it's going to be Io Sky. And do we want to see Io and Rhea again? Do we?
No. I'm torn on this because, I don't know that Liv would win this one. I feel like it's probably going to be Io as well. In which case, what do we do with that? As you've always pointed out, King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring, it fits so much better for a heel. But it's not to say they always put it on a heel, right?
No.
They could go one of two directions with Liv, though. I'm not really looking at Io. I'm looking at what are we doing with Liv. Either they put it on her, give her the thing, and then that feeds into her ego right now, right? Or is now the time when Roxanne turns on her, or are they going to save that for if she gets a title opportunity and then Roxanne turns on her then? When is Roxanne going to turn on her? Really, I think determines who the winner of this match is. Is it now or is it later? Maybe it's a little quick now, but you caught that little thing, the little rift between them, right? On Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Hey, what's everyone doing? I got nothing to do. Whatever. All right, we got to go help him out. Got to go help JD, who 30 minutes later is still convulsing from getting electrocuted somehow.
Gold dust, brother.
Yeah.
we're not even going to bring that segment up. Not even worth talking about. That's one of the worst Danhausen segments in his career, but it's okay. I forgive him. He does more good than bad.
Yep.
But I want to add this about the Liv Morgan EO situation. This whole situation. You're right. But I don't think Roxanne can turn on Liv. That's the problem with turns. We got to think about what happens after. Usually the person that gets turned on is the babyface. We can't have Liv being no babyface. It would need to have Liv kicking her out. Like, whatever. You weren't there for me. Whatever. For Roxanne to have that big moment of like, I'm not taking your shit anymore. Not, I'm going to screw her out of a title. Because that just makes her the jealous type. We need it to be, she's failed. Liv takes it out on her. And then Roxanne gets enough guts to finally push back.
But what if that's what it is, though, is she is the one that makes the turn, but after she's built to be a sympathetic heel, essentially, because she's in the group. But if Liv keeps knocking her down, keeps putting her down or making her feel unimportant, then at some point, like, she becomes like this sympathetic character that we're all rooting for and we want better for her. And then she breaks free and she does the turn. I could see that working that way too, though, where she can be the one that turned and still be a baby face if they do it right, if they give it enough time. That's if they're going to go a little bit longer on this.
Well, they've been given enough time, like enough time. Eventually, it's going to come down to Raquel probably being in the middle of them and having to make a choice of who she's going to Tahana bomb. It's probably going to be, hopefully, going to be Roxanne to make her a babyface, because I think Roxanne would be better off as a babyface. I don't like her. I think she's one of the worst wrestlers on the roster. I'm very consistent with that.
You make sure to let Clutch know that every week.
I let everyone know. That's one of my biggest. That's one of my post-it note in front of me. Make sure everyone knows Roxanne's not good.
And don't forget to mention Tozawa. There we go.
We're not. We'll transition to that segment. Chad Gable. I don't think he's as over as people thought he was going to be. What do you think? Or do you think it was just the wrong crowd? I just don't think he's getting the reaction, because I think, at least in my mind, I'm like, oh, they sing Roman's song, they sing Seth's song, they sing Randy's, they do the whoa. There's just like there's Chad Gable. I think it's his music, though. His music sucks.
I was about to say, his song is catchy. Can we blame him for that? His song doesn't have any of those catchy moments to sing along with it.
His song is literally an AI generated, I'm a countryman, USA rock and roll song. That's what it is.
No.
Where did this come from?
I don't know.
Where did it come from? It's terrible. Like, it's almost, when he came out, you hear no pop, because music matters to people.
Yes.
And it matters. His song sucks. If they're gonna push him as a top babyface, fix it. Who okayed that?
No. Do you think there is any realistic chance that they push him as a top babyface? Do you think he ever sniffs one of the titles?
No. Unfortunately, no. I think that they saw what they would have with him, and they saw how he elevated this story with freaking
El Grande Americano.
Yeah, sure. Kaiser. Thank you.
We don't know that it's him. He didn't lose his mask.
You're right. We
don't
know who it is.
We can speculate, but we don't know.
We don't know. But yeah, I think they saw that and they were trying to piggyback to see if it's going to work in the States or work on the WWE television. But honestly, in my eyes, it hasn't translated. But they had the segment where he calls out his old friends, Alpha Academy. It was a good segment.
Yeah.
I kind of saw it coming, like, oh, who's going to be the one that says no? And it was Maxine Dupree, and I'm like, kind of makes sense. Like, she got humiliated the most, like, by far the most. That's why he's not going to be a megastar, because he's stuck in this story still. If he wasn't, like, if they just passing him, like, apologizing to Otis or whatever, and like they just whatever moved on, but he's stuck in this story now. So how can he go against the top guys if he's still with the beneath guys?
Maybe he's just finishing this story. I don't know that he's going to be stuck here forever. He's finishing it out. he's got to get his redemption. He hasn't fully redeemed himself for all the stuff he was doing, and I think that's part of the continuation of his story. Maybe maybe he's done with it post SummerSlam. I could see them just dragging this out, and then post SummerSlam, some people break free out of their stories. You can move them over to another story now.
I promise you, and maybe I'm a bad booker for this, and maybe it's a bad idea, but this whole redemption thing, like let's say Otis doesn't forgive him, and then like he has this big match with Penta, rips that mother effer's mask off. He turns heel again. He's back to Chad Gable, piece of crap, and then he gets heat because we bought into his BS. But the whole Otis not forgiving him thing drove him back to the edge, rips off Penta's mask, wins the IC title. Thank you. And then we get heel Chad Gable on the way back up to the top because let's face it, that's where he got popular.
Yes.
Is when he was a heel doing the Chad Gable stuff he does.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. Like, I hope it because he has the look. He can cut the promo. He could tell a story in the ring. He's a great worker. He's just short, and that's unfortunate, honestly.
I don't think that should matter, though. Like, to me, whenever I see him, because of his physique, I don't notice his height so much. I don't look at him and think, oh, he's not believable. I think he is believable.
Yeah, I think he's believable, too. But the reaction, the presentation, you look at someone like, and again, you don't watch AEW as much as you used to. You look at the presentation of someone like Tommaso Ciampa, what they're doing over there. He's short, right? He's just about probably the same size as Chad Gable.
No.
Same physique, shredded, jacked. His presentation in AEW is so well done. His entrance, his music, the way they call him the Psycho Killer, the way he cuts a promo backstage, like everything Ciampa does, he's AEW World Championship material. They've rebranded him that way. Like he's back to where he is. I'm a big fan of what they're doing with Ciampa. He needs to crush. He needs to kill Jericho.
No.
With Chad Gable, they brought him back as a corny babyface with weird rock country music that nobody can get behind. That's the difference. The presentation. There was no like lights or special. It was just crappy music, crappy video package, and him walking out. There was no with Ciampa. You get the spotlights. He's got the jacket with the tall collar.
Yeah. Yep.
Like he looks like a superstar. With Chad Gable, it's like, howdy guys, I'm a U.S. champion. Forgive me. That's not gonna work.
It's family friendly, fun, approved.
But it's not gonna work, and you know it.
Yeah. No, I like your idea though. Him not being able to redeem himself drives him crazy, and he goes right back to being a heel.
Love it
because it worked. You're right.
Yeah.
That's where this latest one, how it got him to where he was being a really good heel, one that would just annoy you. I feel like he's somebody that would be, and it's really tough for heels these days because, like you pointed out earlier, we always want to cheer him. I feel like with his character work, like you respect him as a person and you like him as a person and as a wrestler, but like he would build a character that you would want to boo. You don't want to cheer him as a heel. You want to boo him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd be under that Dominic Mysterio umbrella of like, yeah, it's fun to boo him. The last thing we'll talk about on Raw, the main event, they always do this when they go overseas. They'll change some kind of like meaningless mid-card title just to make people happy. Oh, I was there for a title change. See you in 10 years, England. You know, that kind of thing.
No.
Street Profits win the World Championship or World Tag Team Championships against the Dead, Vision, the Blind. I don't know. Has anyone called them that yet? Because they suck. It sucks. Honestly, it sucks that they're all hurt. It sucks that they all
that it just didn't work. It's not believable. Let's push them all in their different directions and start over with them.
I'm gonna say this, and people aren't gonna like this. Maybe you will. Maybe you do. Maybe you will. So you don't see Paul Heyman much with them like backstage or anything. Kind of been disconnected. It's kind of been more of a Brock thing now. I like it. And the Braun Breaker situation of him being the leader. No, Logan Paul. Logan Paul should be the leader of this stable if they're going to keep them together. And Logan Paul and what's his face, Austin Theory, great tag team. I think that they work so well because Austin Theory looks like Austin Theory looks like a guy that would watch Logan Paul streams. And
Oh,
am I wrong?
No,
Am I wrong?
No, that's funny though.
So it makes sense that they're together because they're both like they have that look. Like we know Logan Paul's, we know what his persona is. We don't know him as a person. We don't know who he really is, but we know his persona. The douchebag that makes a lot of money and whatever.
Yep.
But Austin Theory just looks like a F boy. And he looks like someone that idolizes like a Logan Paul. So perfect fit. I think that they should stay together. And I love that they're using Logan Paul with his, even with his tricep. He's because you know why? I don't know how to say it, like baseball terms. When the WAR stat wins above replacement, they give a player like, oh, that player is worth 5 games. Logan Paul's worth so much to Raw, even with the microphone. He doesn't have to wrestle. He can just talk. And he'll get a better reaction than anyone on the card.
He makes you feel. And that's what we want from our wrestlers, right?
Yes.
To make you feel something.
Super stoked that they're using him and he's there week to week. And I'm glad that he's putting in the full-time effort because we said it. I think everyone in the community said it. If he puts his all into it, he's going to be a top 5 heel, not if the best heel in the company. Nay, wrestling. And I think he's on his way there. I wish he would actually be a main eventer, though. Like, we've seen him against Roman and Cody in these main event matches. I wish he was up there, like, fighting for it, and it was believable. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah,
because his gimmick is like, I'm better than you. I've only been doing this for a little bit. Like, that's his gimmick. I wish his gimmick was more serious of, like, I was playing with y'all. I was playing with y'all for the last 5 years. Now I'm coming for the gold and like have a serious side of Logan Paul, but still the arrogant side of him.
No.
I hope they get there one day. But anyway, yeah, Street Profits win some tag titles, I guess. To feud with whoever. Because tag teams don't exist in WWE. Nobody cares.
No, I'm still surprised after all this time that tag team wrestling is just so irrelevant there.
It's boring though. How can you feud? How can tag teams feud?
Go watch early AEW when everyone was in a team. There was nothing but tag team feuds.
Yeah, but you go look back at it. Who was your tag team champions? Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, 2 main event superstars that they paired together, which people don't understand. Tag team divisions, whether you like it or not, whether you like tag team wrestling or not, are built off of 2 superstars getting together and wrestling the other normal like Street Profits. So Rock and Sock Connection, Kane and Undertaker.
What about the times that the Young Bucks had it? They're a true tag team, or FTR, all their times of holding the title. Yeah, those can kind of like be some special moments when done right, but tag team wrestling can be good if it's done right, which AEW has or had figured out, and WWE just can't ever seem to figure out how to make tag teams feel important. But that's what it is, I think, is they don't make them feel important. So why should I feel like they are important if I'm being told they're not important?
It's a true fact, man. Like we're told that, Montez Forrest and Angelo Dawkins are the best, but who are they going to wrestle? Because they haven't built anyone else up. No one cuts promos. There's no managers out there. Like these are like Jim Cornette with his team, with just anyone. Anytime a manager with their tag team, like used to be a big deal back in the day. Now there's no one. They're just tag teams. There's just 2 guys or 2 dudes.
Yeah, that is how it was if you think about it. Like who we have Lita with the Hardy Boys. You had Gangrel with the Brood. Like, that's a good point. A lot of them had managers. If DX was out there in a championship match, they might have a manager, someone being, on the sidelines for them. So yeah, a lot of them used to have that, and they don't really anymore.
They have them now, but they don't talk for them. It's not like for example, AEW. I think they're doing something good with the Hurt Business. I don't like their direction, but the Hurt, whatever they're called, the Hurt Syndicate, whatever they're called.
Yeah, the Hurt Syndicate.
But MVP is a good talker. He can talk his way into things where other managers in AEW, it's like smart Mark Sterling. Yeah, we saw him on television last week, guys. He's still around. He's still getting paid by Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Remember that guy? Yeah, ridiculous. And Tony Nese, like, what's Mark Sterling, what's his role? He doesn't ever talk. He's just an annoying guy in a suit. So when managers done right, like back in the day, yeah, tag teams can matter, but managers now, I can't think of one meaningful manager that manages a tag team besides MVP. Like I'm thinking, I can't. If I'm wrong, let me know because I'm sure there's some, but I can't think of like you can't give me Don Callis. He's got 16 guys on his family and 14 of them are jobbers.
Yeah,
we saw Trent. They were doing the whole MJF. Oh gosh, did you watch my Dynamite rundown? I'm sure you didn't. Let me tell you what happened whenever MJF was picking his people for his tag team. He gets not Takashi. He gets Okada. He gets Fletcher. He gets Zach Knight. Kevin Knight, Kevin Knight. He gets all these guys, and like the last one is Andrade, but Andrade doesn't want to do it. So Don Callis is like, and for my last guy, I'm going to give you. And Trent starts walking down like he's going to be the guy. Like he's like, oh yeah, here I come. And then Andrade, it's like, Trent, brother, we didn't know you worked here anymore. Why do you think you're going to be one of the guys?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if that company, if they had it right, if they knew what they were doing, they would be on top of the world because the wrestling's there.
It's just the storytelling and the continuity now.
The continuity as a fan, as someone who like who wants it to be good because I'm watching it. Who's Jack Doyle and why is he on this team? Who's Maya World? I understand she has a great story, and we'd like to see these up and comers and these stories and people emerge. But once she wins the Owen, what's she gonna do? Go back down to ROH probably because Tony doesn't know how to benefit on. Wardlow is your prime example of a built superstar that you had.
No,
you had Wardlow beat the hell out of MJF, and then the very next feud was with Mark Sterling in Bodyguards. So how are you going to tell me that he's going to make Maya World a superstar?
No. Nope. That's a common problem. I mean, I know it's really bad in AEW, but why is that such a common problem in wrestling where they build these people up and it's right there for the taking? Like they built them, they're at the peak, and then they just have no clue what to do. And they just, well, let's put them in a match that means absolutely nothing with someone who has zero momentum. And then that's it.
The thing is, you look at someone like Oba Femi, who's on top of the world. He is probably the hottest act in the company.
Yep.
Probably in wrestling. Definitely in wrestling. He's definitely the hottest act in wrestling. And he's having these matches with Brock, and he's squashing people, and he looks intimidating, and he's just a big man. Where what I talked about earlier in the show, you get to a point of how do you book that? How do you make him take a loss? How do you make him look human if he just beat up the biggest monster your company's ever had, the biggest draw your company's ever had? He has now taken over that role. So therefore, he should never, ever, ever in his life ever struggle against anyone besides Roman, possibly Seth. Can't think of anyone else. Who else would Brock ever struggle with?
Not many. Not really any. No one that's around today though, right?
Exactly. So if you like this last run. So if you have Oba Femi go 15 minutes with someone, it's unbelievable. It's not believable because Brock didn't do that.
Yep, exactly.
But yes,
but you know it's going to happen.
I know it's going to happen. He's going to lose steam because it's hard to book him. It's hard to keep him that strong. That's just the bottom line. But we're going to wrap it up. But yes, Forbidden Door is a dead concept. No one here gives an F about the crossover stuff. I don't care. With New Japan, other promotions at this point, yeah, like Zack Sabre Jr. comes out with his tag team and Kenny Omega says out loud, nobody knows who you are or what TDMK stands for. Like he says it out loud and we're like, yeah, we don't know. Nor do we care who you people are. You know what they're going to do? Justin, I know you're still here. They had this match of Ospreay and MJF for Wembley. They had it. They had it, dude. They had it. And then they have Ospreay lose. They have MJF lose. They both look weak. Now Ospreay's back on the winning streak. Now MJF has the title. But now Kenny Omega saying he's going to get redemption and beat MJF. What they're going to do The big Wembley show is not going to be MJF. It's going to be Will Ospreay as a heel with the freaking Death Riders versus Kenny Omega with the championship. And Ospreay is going to win that championship from Kenny Omega. If they do that, they had the biggest match in their company history besides the CM Punk stuff. He's the biggest match they ever had. If they shift from MJF to Ospreay to Kenny Omega, you don't know what you're doing. But I'll save that for the Dynamite Rundown. I will say this, though. Ospreay, I don't care what anyone says, looks good in that black. He looks good as a heel if he's going to go that route. I will say that. I've never seen him work as a heel before.
Yeah.
He looked good in that black with Moxley. I know the Death Rider stuff sucks, but I'd be down with with overall Ospreay being a heel. That's all.
It'd be good to
Anyway,
see.
Chris, any last words before we log off?
Nope. Just hoping we get a good pay-per-view this weekend. Some good wrestling as always. You know,
I'm just hoping that I can get through this 83 or 85 minutes of Dynamite tonight because, Matt, guys, the rundown tomorrow might just mean telling you that I fast forward through half this crap because I don't have the capacity to watch 8 matches in a row in a 2-hour time span. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, brother. So wish me luck. My name is Josh. That's Chris. This is the No Holds Barred Wrestling Channel brought to you by the Fins Talk Sports Network. We'll be back tomorrow at noon. Well, I'll be back tomorrow at noon to break down the bangers that I'm going to watch tonight between Will Ospreay and BSI or whoever that is. I might see Kenny Omega versus someone from Japan. You know what I might see? I might see Mercedes Moné versus a 75-pound Japanese girl. I don't know what I'm going to see tonight, but I'll guarantee you this. Not going to see Sheeta. Not going to see Riho, and that makes me happy. Have a good night, everybody.